Hello guys, thanks for joining this session. In this session, we are going to discuss about AWS Cloud Watch. This service is one of the mostly used service of AWS. So let's start our discussion on AWS Cloud Watch. So what is the basic purpose of AWS Cloud Watch? So basically, AWS Cloud Watch monitors AWS resources and the applications which we run on AWS in real time. We use CloudWatch to collect and track matrices. These matrices are basically variables which we can use to measure our resources and applications. So to understand it better, let's jump into the AWS CloudWatch console and we will look into the things, what are the things available over there. So we are into AWS Management Console. Let's go into the CloudWatch dashboard. To go into the CloudWatch dashboard, we need to come over here and there is something called management and governance, and where you can find the CloudWatch option. You can click over here and it will take us to the dashboard, CloudWatch dashboard. So this is the home page of CloudWatch. So basically it gives us all the matrices about every AWS services which we use. So in my case, I'm not using any of the resources, but see here earlier I have created some of the EC2 instance. So once I created the EC2 instance, I'm getting all this option over here, but there is no particular matrices is being set up for these resources as it is not being configured yet. We have set up this alarm at the beginning of the course if you remember. So if you are using the resources of AWS, then you will get all those details over here and you will get to know about resources specific dashboard. So here this is not limited to this page. AWS provide us the capability to create our own dashboard. So you should come here. If you click on create dashboard, then we need to provide the name of this dashboard, CW demo. So once you provide that, click on create dashboard and here we can set the matrices, the different kind of graphs you can set up. For example, if you're trying to create a dashboard which has compare metrics over time, so you can click over here, click on configure. So here we are finding these options and it has 107 matrices in North Virginia region. So that's the reason we are getting this 107 over here, and we can set up as per our requirement. Suppose that if we want to set up for CPU usage, so we can search it for. So it has EC2 per instance matrix. You can click it. So see here it is displaying the earlier usage of CPU which we have created in some of the demos. So look into that. So it is giving all the information. If you click over here and if you want to see that, you can find it over here. So these are the instances which we have created while doing the demo for other applications. So we have created these number of EC2 instances in each of the session. So that's what it is displaying over here. And this is not limited to this matrices. You can come up with your own matrices as well. So this is the way you can add graphs to your dashboard. So now moving further, event feature is also pretty much used very majorly as it enables any of the infrastructure to respond on a real-time basis. Suppose that you wanted to track some unusual pattern of your EC2 instances and you want the notification on a real-time basis, then you can use this. So as the name suggests that Amazon CloudWatch event delivers a near real-time stream of system events that describes changes in AWS resources. To make it complete process, you will see that three things is working together. First one is determining by keeping an eye, and then there is certain rules. On the basis of that, these I will work, and after that any event will happen. What it will do, it will trigger some action, and that action is specific to the targets. So here one point to remember that Amazon CloudWatch uses different various services to build the entire process. For example, CloudWatch uses Amazon Simple Notification Services, which we will look into further in this course. So CloudWatch uses notification services to notify the users in case of any events. AWS CloudWatch is also used along with EC2 auto scaling managed feature. So suppose in case if any outage will happen for any of the instance, so that means there is an event called outage. So in that scenario, it will send the notification and it will do the remediation steps to do the auto scaling. There is other services called AWS Cloud Trail go along with AWS CloudWatch. So basically AWS CloudTrail enables to monitor the calls made to the AWS CloudWatch API for our account, which includes call made by AWS Management Console, AWS Command Line Interface, and other services as well. Suppose that if you enable or say turned on the logging functionality of CloudTrail, then CloudWatch write the logs to the Amazon S3 bucket that is being specified at the time of setting up the CloudTrail. So here we are talking about log. To understand how AWS CloudWatch works, I wanted to show you one of the diagram that helps us to understanding the how AWS CloudWatch works. So let's jump into the diagram and then we will discuss. So if you look into this diagram, then you will find that AWS CloudWatch is basically a matrix repository. For example, resources that uses CloudWatch EC2 instance puts matrices into the repository and we retrieve the statistic based on that matrices. And one of the best feature is it is not limited to the matrices which is being provided by AWS. We can also define our own matrices and put into the repository. We have also a provision to configure alarm actions to stop, start or terminate an EC2 instance when certain criteria are met. And this is not just limited to the information notification alarm. We can create the actionable alarm as well. So what does this actionable alarm is? So basically we can create alarm that initiate AWS EC2 auto scaling, AWS simple notification service actions on our behalf. So overall, AWS CloudWatch is pretty much a straightforward services which we use basically for monitoring purpose, and we can use this service along with other services of AWS to design the resilient process in place for cloud infrastructure with AWS. So on this note, I wanted to stop for this session. See you in the next session. Till then, bye bye. Take care.